And I told you that Jada was addicted to. So how Jada would watch at the house is she had her laptop, she would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. Being around Will for 38 years and Jada for almost 3 decades, I saw a lot of things that I believe to be criminal.
If you expect to be with somebody forever, it's like, let's get real with it from the gate, you know?
Will Smith just dropped a bombshell, and it's something no one ever saw coming. After years of rumors, cheating allegations, and whispers behind the scenes, it seems karma has finally tracked down Jada. Now, a federal investigation into Jada's shocking crimes is underway, and the pressure is mounting with a $3 million lawsuit against her for allegedly making life-threatening threats. But this time, it looks like Jada might not be able to slip away. In today's video, we're diving deep into the dark side of Jada's past, exposing everything she's been linked to over the years, and we're naming the powerful forces that are closing in on her.
You've opened up and talked about back in your early days when you were younger. You said that you were a drug dealer, and you said you just decided that this one little piece was important to share.
A bad one at that.
You weren't even a good drug dealer.
I wasn't a good one.
Oh, no. But you said it was finally time to share. So what was now the time?
Well, I felt like there had been, and still is, a lot of missing pieces to my relationship with Tupac, and I know that there's a lot of intrigue around.
Jada's been digging her own grave for years, and it's all been right in front of our eyes. From her days in the drug game to her ongoing string of affairs behind Will's back, to now allegedly threatening someone's life, Jada's past is as twisted as they come. She's never shied away from publicly humiliating Will, and her so-called memoir is the ultimate testament to that. In 2023, Jada released what she called a no-holds-barred memoir, and it didn't hold back. In the book, she openly admitted to cheating on Will multiple times. But the real shock came when Will confronted her about it during a taping of Red Table Talk, and in a move that stunned everyone, Jada had the nerve to blame him for her infidelities.
Promised, Jada Pinkett Smith brought herself to the red table, and surprisingly, her husband Will Smith joined her. They talked about pain, healing, and yes, Jada's entanglement with August Alsina.
It's all love.
Recently, Alsina revealed to the world that he was involved in a relationship with Jada while she was still married. And even though statements were released denying the affair, Pinkett Smith is now reluctantly confirming that the relationship did indeed exist.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's
business.
But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
During the 12-minute Red Table Talk episode, Jada sat down with Will to explain how she met August 4.5 years ago. But the friendship didn't turn into something more until she and Will were ready to call it quits.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
Yes, we know entanglement is vague as hell, but thankfully, Will pressed her to be more clear.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to sleep with his wife.
The only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker.
Now, if you're like us, you're probably wondering why August? Well, we'll let Jada explain it.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Eventually, August broke things off, and they haven't really talked since. And the Smiths claim they are now stronger than ever.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
But here's where it gets even juicier. Despite all the whispers and rumors about Will and Jada being in an open marriage, both of them have shot down those claims. The truth? Jada was the only one stepping out, while Will was left in the dark. Jada described their marriage as transparent, where in her words, she wasn't exactly allowed to cheat, but she would still confess every time she did. Yes, you heard that right. She told him every time she strayed. It's a strange mix of honesty and betrayal that has everyone scratching their heads. Trust me, you're not the only one trying to make sense of all of this.
He talks about you all the time.
Right.
You know, just lots of rumors and tabloids and all of that. And you're very careful in the book without, not in a whiny way or whatever. Let me clarify this.
Right.
Let me clarify these things that have been said. And one of the things that you are careful to clarify is it was never an open relationship.
I'm glad, yes. It was
a transparent. You say it's a transparent relationship. And what do you mean by that?
So transparent meaning, look, I wasn't going to fool myself into thinking that we as 20-some-year-olds, babies, mind you, getting married and living in Tinseltown, spending a lot of time apart, okay, that we weren't going to run into temptation situations.
You're young, beautiful, rich, temptation.
Right.
You're apart a lot. Temptation is raining down.
Right, exactly, right? And I'm like, hey, we got to be in partnership with this. Like, I wanted to face it head on and just go, I didn't want to create a culture of deceit or betrayal between us. And I just wanted to be real about it from the gate. I had seen so much just with, I knew what street fame brought dudes. Okay? I knew what street fame brought. And then I'm like, if street fame does that, I can only imagine what global fame does. And from me, my own experience walking into rooms, all eyes on me, and how intoxicating that was as a young woman. You know what I mean? It's like I had been there and done that, you know, in regards to my earlier years before I met Will. But I just knew that I just wasn't going to set myself up that way. But it was never an open marriage, you know, and like either one of us get to do whatever we want to do. That was never the case.
As you say in the book, it's about eliminating the possibility of betrayal.
Yeah.
If something happens or you want it to happen, talk about it.
Absolutely.
Which is the healthiest way to go in.
Listen.
Because it happens to everybody.
Listen, if you expect to be with somebody forever, it's like, let's get real with it from the gate, you know?
Honestly, an open marriage might have been less of a mess than whatever the situation was. Once Jada spilled the beans, the streets had no mercy on her or Will. One person summed it up perfectly. They both do my head in, constantly gaslighting the public into believing that their shared humiliation and betrayal isn't humiliating or betraying. What an exhausting family of insular people. And here's the kicker. Everyone in the industry knew exactly what kind of relationship Will and Jada had, and who was involved with who. But things take a much darker turn when you look behind the closed doors of their home. Jada had men constantly coming in and out, and let's just say this wasn't the type of environment any child should grow up in. It's no wonder there were persistent rumors that Jaden and Willow were trying to get emancipated. To give you a glimpse into the chaos inside the Smith house, Will's best friend, Ball Smith, gave an explosive interview where he shared his shocking observations.
You know, about the sexual things they were doing allegedly to certain people and all that. And I told you that Jada was addicted to. So how Jada would watch at the houses, she had her laptop, she would stick her drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV, and she could play whatever video she watching. So now I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember. Your wino's gonna remember it. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm gonna sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do. Period. And I gotta have evidence. So we not playing. That's why they didn't sue. So back to these discs with all these this self homemade was on it or whatever.
You heard that right. Jada was playing explicit adult videos right in the middle of their home, with Jaden and Willow there, and the signs of dysfunction have been clear for years. Jaden always looked uncomfortable around Will, and it's one of the key reasons he eventually chose to step away from the entertainment industry entirely.
There's a what you would call it, there's a distance in terms of affection showing between the general and his son. Absolutely. Is it like that at home or no? Nah,
we're very affectionate.
He tried to kiss me in the
Have you ever kissed your son on Thai television before?
You're not looking kiss my
Come
on. What are you saving for?
I'm gonna buy my parents' house.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna buy your parents' house from them?
From them, yes.
Okay. Will they then stay there with you?
No, I'm gonna give them a little apartment.
Will that be like in the backyard, or where will the apartment?
But Bilal didn't stop there. Allegedly, while Jada was humiliating Will on national television, Will himself was allegedly getting involved with other men. One of these men was Briar Gray, the star of Empire, who has now transitioned into adult entertainment. Will made an announcement that he was going to mentor Briar, but no one could have ever expected this was what he meant by that.
It's great. I'm watching him, he's with my man Charlie Mack. So Charlie was with me every step of the way. First out the limo. So Charlie has been with me, 30 years coming up in the business. So, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's going to be all right.
It's like Uncle Will, Who is best to give you advice? And it's Will Smith, and I'm getting so much good advice. I got my first acting role, Empire, and it's changing my life. And it's like I'm listening from the greatest, and it's like making me well prepared to work with Taraji and Terrence Howard.
Out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera, squeezing his nip, and trying to put his finger in his. Jada responded to the first global interview that I did with you.
That was a global interview.
Yes, it went all over.
It was in Arabic, I said.
Yes, it's India, everywhere. I talked for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I said some pretty, what some people may think to be outrageous things, but I knew them to be true and had the evidence to show that it was true. That's when Jada responded out of anger, not out of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because for her to be a global iconic superstar, you rushed to the Breakfast Club to say, number one, that, I extorted you. There was a money shakedown. You said you didn't have all the facts. So that puts you in legal jeopardy right now. You said all the facts will come out. None of the facts came out. Now you, Will, and yourself are in legal jeopardy. Her lawyer sends me a cease and desist letter, which I had to report him to the bar. Kenneth B. Hurt, because he said I never knew Will, that I never worked for Will, and that he said he represented Willard Carroll Smith, which is Will's real name, but he was asking me to take down statements from Jada. So that's what we call in law overreaching. You cannot, if you're saying you represent Will, you can't compel me to do something against Jada. Okay. Right? So I already knew that I had him legally. So I said, okay, I got y'all. Now, once that happened, there was another interview, of course, which he came outside and reiterated that she was suing, right? And there was another interview with TMZ just after that where one of the cameramen asked Jada, hey, Jada, have you seen Will with any men before? And her answer was no. So now that's a lie too, because I put out an interview with Will Smith grabbing Alfonso Rivera, squeezing his nipple and trying to put his finger in his. After that, they reached out to me through many people, one being Charles Austin, aka Charlie Mack, the federal informant. He reached out to me through a friend. From my understanding, allegedly, it was Will and
Bilal spilled everything, and when Jada found out, she was livid. She went straight to the Breakfast Club, where she called Bilal a liar and ranted about how she was planning to sue him for defamation.
The No Soccer Mom chapter, right? You shoot down every rumor there's ever been about y'all. That y'all are swingers, that y'all were both gay and playing each other's biz, that y'all were sleeping with whomever you choose.
Yeah.
How does it feel in 2023 to still have those same rumors out about people you love, like Will and Dwayne?
I know.
That just came out too recently.
Yeah, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action. Because it's one thing to have your opinion about somebody versus just making up salacious, malicious stories. Mm-hmm. So that's actionable. So we're going to roll with that.
Here's the twist, though. Despite all of Jada's threats, the interview Ball gave never received a cease and desist, and Ball was never sued for defamation. Why, you ask? Well, I'll let Ball answer that for you.
Jada said she was going to sue you. Did she sue you? And why are you suing her? Can you elaborate there?
So, well, yes, Jada went on several platforms, The Breakfast Club, TMZ, saying that she was going to sue me and so forth, and so on. Will was going to sue me, and the answer is no, because you can't sue somebody for telling the truth, right? That's number one. Then number two is that I said in an interview, if she didn't sue me, I was going to sue her, and I dared her to sue me because, like I said, being around Will for 38 years and Jada for almost 3 decades, I saw a lot of things that I believe to be criminal within that time. So at the end of the day, if you want to say you're going to sue or whatever, now's your chance. You could just countersue, right? But she hasn't done nothing yet. The only thing she's done was allegedly pay all these people like Megyn Kelly, the TMZs, and all these people to put smear campaigns out on me, right? Megyn Kelly's called me a glamour. I never knew Will. Well, how did I never know Will? And we got, I'm on this. He just shot me out on his first album, and all the way to his book, Will, his autobiography, where he talks about me in the book, put my picture in the book, and put my name in the book. So it's no denying that. And if you pay a little bit more, you'll see how repugnant and diabolical Megyn Kelly is for some.
Jada might have claimed she was going to sue Brother Ball, but Bilal wasn't backing down. You can't just go around calling someone a liar without consequences. Now, Bilal is hitting back with a $3 million lawsuit, accusing Jada of lying about him and defaming his character. Jada now has to prove in court that Bilal was the one lying. And if Bilal drops even one of the videotapes he mentioned, both Will and Jada are going to be in serious trouble.
The Will and Jada sagas and entanglements and drama was out of the mainstream.
Bro,
here we are again.
It's back. Now, a man by the name of Bilal Salam alleges that Jada and her entourage basically rolled up on him at a birthday party in 2021. He said he was very close friends with Will for decades. But Jada and about 7 other people confronted him at Will's 53rd birthday party. And he claims that she became very aggressive. She told them that if he didn't stop telling her personal business, that he would end up missing or catch a bullet. That's what he's saying. He also claims that Jada was demanding that he sign like a non-disclosure agreement. And he said months later, they actually needed his help. He claims that, after Will's infamous Oscar slap, they were trying to use him to help him with crisis management. But according to the lawsuit, it says the plaintiff refused to perform tasks he believed to be illegal, unethical, or morally compromising. And he's basically saying that he didn't want to be involved in any cover-up or deceptive PR campaigns. And now he feels like they're retaliating against him, and he's suing her for $3 million.
So the threat was regarding what exactly? Rewind that for me.
So the threat was, stop telling my personal business. And he's claiming that she said, or end up missing or catch a bullet, according to him. That's what he's saying.
Got it. And he was working with the family.
That's what it sounds like, because he says he was very close to Will for years. And at one point they needed him. But he refused to cooperate with, stuff that he felt was illegal.
The most shocking part of this whole mess is what Jada was willing to do to silence Brother Bilal. Knowing she couldn't win in court, Jada took matters into her own hands. She actually threatened Bilal and even sent people to intimidate him into silence.
I got a driver, Fernando, that would drive me around. You know, in Colombia, everything's cheap. So he'd drive me around, run errands, do everything that I need to do. Kind of like an assistant, right? So we're pulling up to my apartment in Colombia. And when I pull up to my apartment in Colombia, there are a bunch of guys with two guys with black pants and white shirt, Scientologist outfits, right? Not saying they're Scientologists, who knows, right? And then there was another guy who I found out to be a private investigator, and they were by my house. So I told him to drive past, right? So he drove past, he parked, and I'm like, damn, why are they in front of my house? But the crazy thing before that, somebody sent a picture of the front of my door in my apartment and texted to me from a number, right? With nothing. So I put two to two together. I'm like, damn, they might be out to get me, right? So we're driving one afternoon, and while we're driving through that afternoon, a car pulled up with a guy with a mask on, right? And tries to run my boy off the road. So he's trying to not run, because in Colombia, you have a lot of freeway parts, but you also have a part like there's no barriers. So you could, somebody make a wrong turn, you down there.
Because it's mountain.
Yeah. So the car is, so my assistant trying to hitting the other car so we don't go on a barrier. So the guy put the gas on, boom, right? One of the people that I saw, even with the mask, I'm able to see it was one of the people that was at my apartment. So we rolled down the embankment, right? Glass breaking, everything. Like I could hear oh man, it was bad, right? So by the time I get myself together, I look over, my man got a big piece of glass like this stuck in his head, right? It's about this long, because the windshield broke when we was tumbling down. So finally the police came, the ambulance came, they took me to the doctor. So now my back is messed up, I gotta have black surgery, and then my knee. I have to have knee surgery, yeah. So
how is the driver?
How is he? He still got brain damage. I'm responsible for this guy now. He still has brain damage.
What's even more intriguing is how all of this is unfolding at once. While Diddy is facing prison time, there's a twist from the past. Back in the early 2000s, Jada and Will were actually involved with Diddy, but not in the way you might think. Allegedly, Jada and Will tried to convince Jennifer Lopez, Diddy's girlfriend at the time, to have a threesome with them. That's when Diddy decided to completely step back. Can you even imagine being so wild that not even Diddy wanted to get involved with you?